Hello grade 11s. Today I'm looking at page 68. We've got a square pyramid and they've asked us to do the front view, a sectional top view, a sectional left view. So the change that's happened here is that the solid pyramid hasn't been tilted like we have had in the previous examples, and they've then given us, remember that this is first angle, so this view here would be our front view, our top view, and we then need to do the left view on the right hand side. So we'll start with the top view so that we can get the construction of the pyramid, project our lines up to get the front view, put in the cutting plane, and then project the lines across to get the left view. So the first thing that I'm doing for my construction of the top view is just to put in my diagonals. Now they tell us that the length of the side is 38, so what I'm going to do is draw a circle with a diameter of 38, which would then touch the inside edges of the 45-degree lines to get the outside there. So now I'm going to draw that circle with a diameter of 38, so a radius of 19. There I have my circle with a diameter of 38, and I now draw in the tangents at 45 degrees. And there we have our top view. Let's project the lines from the points up to get my front view. I've projected my length dimensions up into my front view. I've left a space of 15 between the views. I've marked off my height of 78, and now to join up my edges and put in the cutting plane. Okay, so there I've got my front view, I've got the outline for my top view, and I've put in my cutting plane. Remember it's a center line, long dash, short dash, long dash, and it's dark at the ends of my cutting plane with the label of AA. Now I'm going to take my cutting points down. We have a problem here because the cutting point for this edge is on the vertical line. What you need to always remember that if it's on the vertical line, you can't actually find that cutting plane here, and you need to find it in the left view. So we can find only these two outside edges. I'm also going to go through and label my points just to help me understand where the cutting plane will be cutting and how we're going to get the points in our sectional top view. So there are my numbering. I've just numbered from, say, the left hand side, gone clockwise, T for the top of the pyramid. If I follow my projections up to the front view, there are the corresponding numbers there with the top. So I can find point 1. There is the cutting plane, so I can project the line down. This is going to give me the edge for my first point. I can't find point 2 and 4 because it's on that vertical line. Point 3 I can find because it's going to be this edge here. Okay, so I've got 2 of my points. I now need to find the remaining points by projecting my left view, taking this, find where the points are in the left view, and then bring them down. So I'm going to do the left view, project my height dimensions across. I'm going to put my 45-degree line in and project the top view across to the 45, and then project the width dimensions up into the left view. There you have the height dimensions projected across, and I've projected the width dimensions across. And if we just join up the base to the top of the pyramid, that will give us our left view. Now if we follow the points across, this gives us point 2, this is going to be point 1 and 3, this will be point 4 and the top of the pyramid. So let's start by finding where the points 2 and 4 will be. So here is the line of the base points 2 and 4 and going to the top, and they get cut at this point. So what we're going to do is we're going to project this across into our left view, and these 2 points would then be at this edge over here. So what I'm going to do now to get them back into the top view is project them down to my 45-degree line and project them back to the top view. So these need to go to point 4 and point 2, and there are the edges of the section in the top view. So I'm going to complete that section and fill in the rest of the lines joining the pyramid and do my hatching. There we have the completed top view with the hatching on the cutting plane and the label sectional view on AA. Now let's complete the left view. In the left view I've already found points 2 and 4 where the cutting plane hits, projected to cut line going 2 to the top and line 4 going to the top. Now what I need to do is, here is point 1, so I need to project this edge to give me point 1 and point 3. Those are the edges. Remember, this part gets cut away, so that would be the highest point, and I'm ready to go over that now in an outline in your dark line and put in my hatching. There we have the outline of the left view, the label AA, and the hatching for the cutting plane. And that is the end of drawing on page 68. Sorry, grade 11s, there is one more aspect of the drawing here, and that is the true shape of the cut surface. So what is a true shape? The true shape is that they want you to show them the true size of this cut surface. The problem with the view here is that the cutting plane is at a slope, so that is the true length, but when we've projected parallel to the base, it's made this height measurement shorter. So the best place to do this, if you had the space, is perpendicular, so 90 degrees to the cut surface. So the best place to have done that would be up here. We're running out a bit of space there, so what I'm going to do is project it across over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this measurement and turn it to the vertical line. So if I take my edge, I'm going to project that line up vertically. And now I'm going to take these lines across to that vertical line. The important thing here is that I need to keep the exact measurement. So what I need to do is I need to take my compass. So I'm going to set my compass to the distance that I need and take that up to a vertical line there. I'm drawing an arc. Take my next point and draw my arc. And I now have the height measurements and the true length. So I'm just going to project this across here, away from my front view. I'm going to put in a vertical line here now. Now, if we look at the points, this was point 1. This point here is point 2 and 4, and this point here is point 3. We now need to take the width dimensions. So if we look at it, here is where the width would be. So there is point 2 and 4. Here is point 1. Here is point 3. What does this mean? Point 1 is going to be exactly on this line that we've got here. The same for point 3, exactly on the line. Point 2 and 4 are at this distance. So what I need to do is mark off the distance on a horizontal line going through the center point. So once again I can take this distance with my compass. There is my distance from the center to point 2, and it would be the same distance going to point 4. If I join up those points now, this gives me a true shape. The true shape also needs to be hatched and labeled. So there is my true shape. My hatching. And label that. So that's now the completed view of the true shape, the sectional top view and the sectional left view.